West LA Unit, Ambulance Death Investigation, Code 2.
Hollywood and the world in mourning after legendary actor, director, and producer Rob Reiner and his wife found dead in their Los Angeles home on Sunday. Reiner, best known as the genius behind films like When Harry Met Sally.
Waiter, there's too much pepper.
On my paprikash.
On my paprikash.
Their 32-year-old son, Nick Reiner, now in police custody, and could face charges as early as tomorrow.
He was subsequently booked for murder and is being held on $4 million bail.
According to the Los Angeles Police Department, the couple were stabbed to death.
Brentwood is one of the most expensive areas of LA. There are a lot of A-list celebrities that live around here. We understand that the Reiners held parties quite often, and it was a fun house to be around.
On a scale of 0 to 10 in terms of shocking, this is like a 50. This seems impossible. This was a guy everyone loved, and who seemed to love everyone in return.
As the shocking news spread, an immediate outpouring of grief across the entertainment community. Actor Kevin Bacon, who worked with Reiner in the movie A Few Good Men, posted a video to his Instagram.
Rob Reiner gave me the job in A Few Good Men. We had lunch together every day. I'd never done that with a director before or since. I'd never gone to have lunch. And Michele would be there, and the two of them were so great together.
Writer Stephen King, whose novels The Body and Misery were adapted to the screen by Reiner, posting on X, "Wonderful friend, political ally, and brilliant filmmaker. Rest in peace, Rob. You always stood by me." Actor Kiefer Sutherland, who starred in his first major role in Stand By Me, saying in a statement, "Rob was one of the kindest gentlemen," adding, "When I was very young, he gave me an opportunity to change my life, and I will forever be grateful." Reiner's family releasing a statement saying in part, "We are heartbroken by this sudden loss, and we ask for privacy during this unbelievably difficult time."
Rob Reiner was the son of Carl Reiner, who was a triple threat comedian and writer and performer in his own right.
Rob Reiner was born into Hollywood comedic royalty, first breaking out in Hollywood as son-in-law to Archie Bunker, who'd call him Meathead, the groundbreaking '70s CBS sitcom All in the Family.
It looks like we lost a daughter, but we gained a meathead.
The role would catapult him to fame and 2 Emmy Awards.
Talk about parental approval.
His filmography was both iconic and genre-defining, from his directorial debut, the rock and roll mockumentary, This Is Spinal Tap.
There was a Stonehenge monument on the stage that was in danger of being crushed by a dwarf.
The whole idea of the mock doc, the fake documentary, that was kind of unheard of. For a theatrical movie to be a spoof of the documentary of a band that didn't exist.
He would go on to make some of Hollywood's most massive hits, from Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan in the rom-com When Harry Met Sally.
I'll have what she's having.
To the star-studded and often quoted legal thriller A Few Good Men, starring Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
And coming-of-age classics like 1986's Stand By Me.
No one even asked me if I took the milk money that time.
As you wish.
And the much-beloved and often quoted Princess Bride in 1987.
Bye-bye, boys!
Have fun storming the castle!
What line makes more people smile than that "Have fun storming the castle" line? That's a movie so close to people's hearts.
Reiner's wife of 36 years, Michele, an artist in her own right.
Michele was a documentarian and a photographer. She and Rob actually met on the set of When Harry Met Sally, and their meeting and connection was so impactful that Rob ended up changing the end of that film because of meeting Michele. And we all know how that film ended.
I've been doing a lot of thinking. And the thing is, I love you.
What?
I love you.
And if you don't know how that film ended, you should watch it right now and fall in love with romantic comedies all over again and have some understanding of the special bond that they had when they first met.
There we go.
In one of Rob Reiner's final interviews just 2 months ago, he sat down with 60 Minutes where he discussed making a sequel to This Is Spinal Tap.
This is Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap 2, The End continues.
A sacred rock artifact, the Citizen Kane of rockumentary.
Hey.
Well, that's
When you
pretty
read that,
good.
What a bar I mean, what are we, crazy to do another one? It's crazy. The bar is just way too high.
Sunday afternoon, LAPD, along with the Robbery and Homicide Division, responded to a death investigation at Reiner's Brentwood mansion.
It was around 3:40 in the afternoon on Sunday when we know from investigators that they got a 911 call. It went to the LA Fire Department for a medical aid, and the fire department got here and very quickly knew this was going to be an LAPD case.
It was there they discovered the bodies of the 78 and 68-year-old couple.
An LAPD source tells me that it was the Reiner's daughter who went into the home here and found her mom and dad dead, that she went in and then 911 was called. But investigators don't want to release where in the home they were found.
Their deaths now being investigated as a homicide. As the horrific events unfolded, a heartbreaking twist. Their son, Nick Reiner, booked on suspicion of murder this morning after being taken into custody on Sunday evening. Law enforcement sources telling ABC News Nick was not at home when his parents were found stabbed to death. Investigators believe he left at some point after the stabbing and was apprehended near the University of Southern California.
They want to know what was going on leading up to the murders on Sunday night. There's a lot of different stories people are telling about his behavior and maybe it being erratic and arguments that may have gone on.
Nick openly struggled with addiction. In 2015, Rob and Nick created a deeply personal film together titled Being Charlie, telling the story of an 18-year-old battling addiction and his oftentimes combative relationship with his father.
It was never about the drugs. All I ever wanted was a way to kill the noise.
The movie based on the real-life experience of Nick, who is in and out of rehab. Rob and son speaking on the experience, making the film together on Yahoo's Build series.
I don't really think it was like tough at all.
Really?
I mean, of course it was a little bit, but.
I mean, we did get into fights over things, but ultimately it forced us to make the film better. The whole process for me, I can just speak for myself, it did make me understand him a lot more, and I think it made me a better father.
In the film, we see some pretty difficult arguments between father and son and some pretty intense moments. And while we don't know if those were directly ripped from pages of their actual relationship, we do know that this film and that this story was largely inspired by their relationship.
And it was the first real insight into what their relationship had been ever since, this young man was a child.
Off camera, Reiner also known for his political advocacy work, seen here in 2003, talking to my colleague, Robin Roberts.
Recently, with the Iraqi war, you spoke out against that. People have the right to respond by not attending a movie if they don't believe in your political views. Does that concern you?
It does, but I mean, we're all living in this wonderful country where you do get the chance to speak out, and hopefully people can separate the ideas I have politically and an entertainment piece like a romantic comedy.
Governor Gavin Newsom highlighting Reiner's legacy of political activism, saying, Rob was a passionate advocate for children and for civil rights. From taking on big tobacco to fighting for marriage equality to serving as a powerful voice in early education.
Rob Reiner used his fame and his platform to shed light on issues. He was one of the co-founders of an organization that challenged California's law against same-sex marriage, and he really helped to overturn that. I think that the work that he did in the scope of the political atmosphere probably stands just as tall as all the credits that he's had.
I just think people adored him, and I think that will never change. And it makes the grieving throughout Hollywood that much more intense, because if you met him, you had a great story about him.
What we're seeing right now is Hollywood as a collective coming together and really sharing remembrances of an iconic couple. And I think that the tributes that are pouring in are really shaping out people who helped deliver some really great art to us these last 40 some odd years.